the essence of it all, right? Which is something I've enjoyed. You come out and you're like, oh, we're gonna make a World War II game, and I think a lot of people were like, oh, okay, World War II, but and this isn't like PR speak, honestly. Like no one else does World War II like the way DICE does World War II.
You stinking bug fuck shit minions.
When DICE launched their Battlefield reveal, headed by Trevor Noah, the least funny man in history.
I do love that fans on Twitter are actually changing the V's in their profiles for this game, something my mother did many years ago, ahead of the curve. And most people don't know this, but the V in my name is actually a 5. Yeah, my name is actually pronounced Trev5 or Noah. Field player, I'm here to ask only the questions I am interested in. You have made a horrible mistake. Now, at this point, are you like those guys, those elderly pilots that they find on an island in the Pacific, who think that the war never ended? Is that who you are right now?
It did. It ended. You told me.
Wish I had to break it to you gently, Lars.
By the way, I'm known as Madame Battlefield.
They were defiant. They looked at us all and thought we would just accept whatever they threw on the plate, as if we were homeless and starving, and they gave us gruel and said that it was immersive gruel. It was the best gruel you'll ever have in your life. The gameplay trailer went off, and we were mortified to see a World War II that seemed more in line with Cyberpunk 2077 than it did with World War II. Understandably so, people were upset with this, especially when they're looking for authenticity in a World War II shooter, especially when the developers themselves were sitting there and saying, this is the most immersive Battlefield game, the most immersive World War II game we've ever created.
The most immersive Battlefield that players have ever played.
About giving players the most immersive world that they could enter.
Yeah, it's immersive. There's a crippled woman using machine gun and a cricket bat as weapons. Well, obviously machine gun's weapon, but you get what I'm saying. How the fuck do you shoot a gun with hook hands? Especially ones designed in 1940. A prosthetic hand now must be amazing versus what they were in the 40s. They practically glued some wood to your hand, put 2 hooks on it, and called it a day. But anyway, they showed this off. The fan base reacted. Patrick Soderlund came out with all of his smugness and told everyone how if they don't like the game, they don't have to buy it. And they shouldn't buy it because they didn't care if people like us didn't buy it. The most ignorant thing you could possibly say. It would be like working at McDonald's, being the manager, and then shooing out every fat person from fucking McDonald's, thinking that the vegetarians were gonna come in and order some sandwiches. Are you fucking stupid? If I was Patrick Soderlund's boss, I would have beat him with his own shoes. I would have lost it. What are you doing? You don't shoot the cow and expect it to give you milk, you fool? What Ivy League school did you graduate from? Johnson & Johnson? Needless to say, Patrick Soderlund saw the writing on the wall and made his quick exit right before the shit hit the fan. And as I'm 100% sure in most big companies, the guys at the top know what's going to happen before it hits the news and the presses. I'm pretty sure Soderlund got a call from someone on the inside and said, listen, the pre-orders are in and they're very bad. All those people you told not to buy the game, seems like they didn't buy the game, you fucking crooked-nosed bastard. Well, they're uneducated. I was telling my daughter how she could be a woman in Fortnite, she should be a woman in World War II. And once again, I'd beat the man with his own shoes if I was his boss. So obviously, Soderlund got the call from the inside. Someone said things aren't looking good. You should probably resign to save face. And he sure as hell did. In the wake of this, we all know, the stock came out, didn't do very good. The pre-order numbers were pathetic. Call of Duty had an 80% lead. I couldn't even imagine such a thing. But then again, I guess it'd be like comparing me on Tinder to Brad Pitt. He must have an 80% lead with the ladies over me, at the least. The beta came out and it was destroyed. Everyone didn't like it. And what I found odd was the fact that all the people who had access to the alpha and swore up and down it was good, all of a sudden when the beta came out and everyone said it was trash, All the bigger names turned around and like, yeah, this is bad. They really screwed up. They screwed up here. I don't know what they did between the alpha and beta. I can't imagine much. I cannot imagine much. Basically, when you play a beta of a game in today's day and age, you're literally playing the game. A beta is basically early access in today's video gaming industry. Jesus Christ. I hate this fucking site. There's a picture of Paul McCartney talking about seeing God during a psychedelic trip. Yeah. With all the problems in the fucking world, God took time out of his busy schedule to talk to you because you wrote Norwegian fucking wood. You know? Hey, Paul, let's have a moment together. You're high. I'm going to ignore the plight of millions just to tell you I really like the White Album. Oh, well, thank you, God. You know, I came up with that one with John. Yeah, John's up here. God, it's a fucking shame John Lennon's dead. I can only imagine what John Lennon would have said if he was alive to this shit. Anyway, I'm off point. Battlefield's producer, Andrew Galota, explained the company will be looking to make the game more authentic to the World War II time period it is set in, specifically addressing character customization. He addressed the situation on a Twitch live stream. Basically, they're going to they're going to limit you on goggles, so instead of you wearing 4 fucking goggles, you only wear maybe 2 now? He had this to say: "We heard the community. We're still looking at World War II through DICE's lens. But how forward? How crazy we get with some of that? We heard the community. We understand there are some concerns about, hey, where's the authenticity? We want players to be excited about customizing their characters with authentic gear." I could take clips in this live stream, but I have a feeling this shit's probably over an hour, and I do not have it in me to watch this, to be real with you.
Combat roles, because there's some big changes that you guys are bringing to the classes, and when I saw that, I was actually taken aback by it. I won't lie.
So I want to make sure that, you know, our viewers, our players, and us here are not confused between.
Yeah, just look at the live stream. Ain't nobody got time for that. 2 hours, 45 minutes. Get out of here. I'm really fed up with DICE, you know, on the real note. Like, straight up, I think DICE sucks so bad. I really don't like DICE anymore. I used to think DICE was good. They used to be something you respected. You couldn't wait for a DICE game to come out. Now, it's like DICE is such a joke. You want to see what dumb sack of shit they'll put out, throw in your face, and expect you to immediately accept it. Get out of here. Get out of here. He continued in greater detail, even admitting that they went over the line, which resulted in a massive loss of authenticity they had previously touted and that fans have come to expect from the franchise. Yeah, I guess that really unfunny reveal with those devs laughing at Trevor Noah's really bad one-liners and continuously telling us, it's immersive. It's the most immersive Battlefield we've ever created. It's the most immersive World War II shooter. Oh, shut up. These buzzwords every 5 seconds. And even now they're using authenticity. Authenticity is the new buzzword. It's like they go from one buzzword to the next. But the only thing they're going to do is make the color choices and clothes you wear less outlandish. That's the only thing they're really going to tweak. It's a month away. There's nothing else they can fix. And the sad thing is, once Red Dead Redemption comes out, no one's going to care. And I mean, when the online mode comes out, because obviously Rockstar wants to just stab EA in the throat in a prison fight, because they're letting the online mode drop around the same time as Battlefield 5. Good night, Gracie. Because here's how it works. PC gamers, we actually have access to realistic shooters. There are World War II games right now with so much more authenticity, quotation marks, than Battlefield 5 could ever hope to muster. It isn't even funny. Insurgency Sandstorm, a modern shooter, far superior to Battlefield 5, and it probably cost a fraction that it took to make Battlefield 5. That is how far out of touch EA and DICE are. They're literally killing themselves, and they don't know why. Dan left the door open for absolutely anything to be added to the game. We dialed it back a bit. It was pretty crazy. We wanted to offer some authenticity, and that's important to us. That's important to our players. The community was definitely interested in that. A little too late, dude. Like, seriously. DICE's apology for Battlefield 5 is a lot like that girl you wanted to date when you were younger, but she kept blowing you off because you were boring or safe or whatever. She runs off with a couple bad relationships. And then she comes back in your life years later to tell you how she made mistakes, and maybe you two could reconnect again. By the way, she has a whole shit ton of emotional baggage. For some reason, she can't sleep at night without certain lights being on. And she has 2 children, both of which are not yours, obviously. But she thinks that you two could really connect now that she's more mature and she's realized what she's done wrong. And the answer is no. Get the fuck out of my face. Enjoy your life baking cakes at the grocery store, darling. You had your chance. You blew it. Later on, the article says don't get your hopes up because the door is left open for absolutely anything to be put in the game. And I have a feeling that EA and DICE are going to grasp at straws to try and get that Fortnite community. You know, I just got nothing for this, man. It's like so pathetic. You're going to fix the game now and only fixing cosmetics because you think everybody was upset with the game because of cosmetics. Yeah, the cosmetics were shit. But that wasn't the main thing that turned people off to the game. And now that we've actually played the beta, we realize that there's nothing there. Nothing is there. The gameplay is like Battlefield trying to be Call of Duty, which is not what you want from a Battlefield game. That's not what you sign up for. The vehicle system sucks. Only 2 guns really matter in a firefight. So pretty much we have the same issue from Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 2. It's just different types of guns. And it's just pointless. It's pointless now. You guys pissed off the community, and the only thing you could have done to save yourself was to make Battlefield 5 great. That beta was basically early access. You know what the game is now. It's nothing special. And what I love about the beta coming out is the fact that when it hit, all the people that had access, you know, the game changers and so on, all the big names who got to play the alpha for a while the rest of us just sat there like, But everybody who played the alpha swore up and down it was good. It was a good Battlefield game. People are really going to change their minds when they play this game. When the beta comes out, you're all going to be... And then the beta came out. Everyone's like, wow, this is a hollow piece of shit. And all the talking heads were like, oh yeah, they fucked it up between the alpha and the beta. I don't know what they did. Yeah, I know what they did. They put out a game that you've been playing already. And now that the overwhelming majority has said they're not into it, you can't risk sitting there and still trying to toot that horn because it'll ruin your credibility with the community. But then again, all the big guys are untouchable. Untouchable. You know, Jack Frags and so on. All these dudes, they could just literally sit there and pump out this soulless dribble in favor of companies, just dick riding them. And everybody's fine. They still make their monies. They still get their sponsorships. And it just doesn't matter. None of this matters. Much like Battlefield 5. It's going to fucking tank. EA stocks are going to drop. Loot boxes are going to be a thing of the past. And EA is going to be in real bad trouble real soon. I only hope Disney has brains enough to pick some other company to make a Star Wars game. And leave EA the fuck alone. But then again, it's Disney. They don't even know how to make a Star Wars movie. So it's a match made in heaven. 2 companies with no clue what to do. But they're damn sure hoping they could take money from you. And on that note, I'm the hell out of here. This video's trash. You know, I'm just reading this article pissed me off. I see why I avoided it for so long. It's just like this half-hearted apology. Oh, we hear you. Oh, please. You've been listening to us repeatedly every time I turn around. Oh, we heard you with Star Wars Battlefront 1. Don't worry, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to be even better. Hi, it's Brian Boyega. I play that really annoying guy, Finn, in the Star Wars movies you wish would fucking die because I'm so one-dimensional. And I'm here to tell you Star Wars Battlefront 2 is amazing. If I could have, like, flown through the screen and kicked this motherfucker in the head on live television during E3, I would have done it. Just get out of here. Get out.
Not today, Satan. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
How dare you? You think I'm stupid? Ugh. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm leaving now. I apologize. My voice is hoarse. I've been doing a lot of yelling today.